Let me clear up something that comes up quite often at the consultations that we have. People often ask how to get this German citizenship in 3 years. Unfortunately, I have to be straightforward. As of October of 2025, this accelerated 3-year naturalization track no longer exists. So if you read somewhere that C1 level of German can get your passport in 3 years, unfortunately that information is outdated. But there is also some good news. The standard naturalization period is now 5 years of continuous legal residence. Before the 2024 reform, it used to be 8 years, so this is a significant reduction. And also, Germany fully permits the dual citizenship, so when you naturalize, you don't need to give up your current passport. Today, we are walking through exactly who can apply or who can fit into this 5-year naturalization track, who needs less time, who needs more. Also, we'll talk about the most typical scenarios to the citizenship. It's family, employment, and education. And also we will cover what to do if your residence permit is about to expire. My name is Diana Sadikova. I'm an immigration lawyer and head of immigration at Natlan. For 15 years, our company has been helping clients with relocation, business immigration, and real estate investments in Europe. Now we will talk about the core requirements. The first one is residency period. 5 years of continuous lawful residence in Germany, as it's called gewöhnliche Aufenthalt. So continuity is the critical word. Absences of up to 6 months are acceptable, so some vacations or short business trips are acceptable. The most important thing that your total time outside of Germany across the full 5-year period should not exceed 10 months. Second is German level. So B1 level, both spoken and written. Normally, you would need to prove it with some certificate, for example, Goethe certificate. There are some exceptions, for example, if you had schooling or university degree in German. Next one is Civic knowledge test, as it's called the Einbürgerungstest. It's a separate exam which covers Germany's legal system, social structure, democratic values. And normally you take that exam separately from your language exam. Another core requirement is financial self-sufficiency. There is no some minimum threshold. The goal is to prove that you can cover all financial needs of yourself and your family. So if you receive some social welfare like Bürgergeld or Sozialhilfe, that's not going to work. Another core requirement is clean record. So no criminal convictions and a declared commitment to Germany's basic law, the Grundgesetz, and when you will have your naturalization interview, you will have to sign the declaration of loyalty to free democratic constitutional order. And the last core requirement is valid residence permit at the time of application. So you don't need to have specifically permanent residency or EU long-term residence status. The most important that you have just valid residence permit at the time of the application. Now we will talk about some scenarios, so like your path to citizenship. First one, we will talk about the family road. If you are married to a German citizen, the minimum period according to the German citizenship law is 3 years of residency in Germany, and 2 of those 3 years you have to be in registered marriage or civil partnership. And this is one of the shortest legal paths to a German passport, which is available in 2026. Next road is employment. So the EU Blue Card, which is designed for highly qualified professionals, for example, IT, engineering, medicine, and related fields, allows you to apply for naturalization after a 5-year mark without first obtaining permanent residency. Many people choose to obtain permanent residency still for some kind of stability and additional security. And also you have to mention that with the blue card, permanency residency is available after 21 months if you have B1 level German and 33 months if you don't. In the third scenario, which is probably the most classic, it's studies plus employment. So time on a student residency permit and subsequent work permit are combined. Your full study period generally counts, and provided you transition to employment or a blue card without a significant gap after graduation. Changing permit basis. So switching from a student to a work permit or from a work permit to your blue card doesn't reset the clock. The most important rule that there should not be any kind of gaps. Now we will cover what to do if your permit is about to expire. The most important rule, don't let your residence permit expire. So the biggest mistake you can make and start thinking about your renewal at least 2 or 3 months before the expiry. And if it happened that your residence permit has been expired, it's always better to fix it yourself than to wait until you get caught. You can just remember this golden rule: no gaps. Any time you spend without valid residence permit, it's lost time. It won't count toward the 5 years you need for citizenship, meaning you will have to wait even longer and your citizenship will be pushed back. Also, before you travel, you always have to double check if your permit allows it, or you might lose it entirely. So what situation concerns you most right now? Drop it in the comments and we will cover the most common one in the upcoming videos. And if your situation is urgent and you want your case to be reviewed, book the consultation with our team and plan. We will go through your situations, goals, documents, and we will map out the best way to your German citizenship in your situation.